I've always advocated for the one asset that can't be debanked, gold. Click below for a free info kit on gold IRAs from my trusted friends at Birch Gold Group. For thousands of years, while paper currencies and banking systems failed, gold has preserved wealth. Even billionaires are learning this lesson the hard way. Don't wait for your own 20-day notice. Click below for your free info kit on gold IRAs.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Kiss my ass. They're criminals. It is a hole. You ever been there?
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
God bless America, the land that I love.
Hey, everybody, it's the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. We're in the Man Cave Cuckoo's Nest, the cluster crank of humanity where truth, logic, and common sense is like a HIV-positive barbed-wired probe suppository where I'm going to have Mike Tyson take a petrified oak pool cue and ram it up the ass of the enemies of America. Hey, how you doing? My name is Ted Nugent. Was that great? Somebody transcribed that. Anyhow, I got my son Rocco in here. In fact, there he is right now. Look at that guy. If there's anything technical operational about me, it's because of my son. Look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff. You know, we got technological stuff. By the way, this is the Real America Voice Spirit Campfire, and I'm reporting for duty. I'm your servant. I'm genuflecting at the altar of we the people daring to experiment in self-government. It's so precious. So look at all this stuff. Look at the antlers. I've been picking up shed antlers. Rocco rearranged with Angel. We had Angel. Is Angel legal? Does he have a green card? I think Angel's legal. So do you feel the love? Do you feel the spirit? Is your middle finger sighted in dead on at 200 yards? Are you cocked, locked, and ready to rock the Glock around the clock, Dr. Spock? Here's a little love song. You bomb, 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 Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran. Thank you, Donald Trump. By the way, Rocco, did you see Donald Trump's speech last night? Guy's got to get rid of the teleprompter. Oh. Donald, you have core beliefs. It sat across from the table at the Oval Office, and we carried on. We just talked like a couple of kickers around a spirit campfire about real America, core beliefs, you know, that really radical stuff that the founding fathers would have wrung out a rope back in 2008. Do you feel the love? By the way, do I sound like I'm on the warpath? Could it be the Warpath Joe? Shut the flying front door up and pour me a shot of Hot Joe. By the way, a big salute to all the heroes of the military. Whoa, whoa. Got arrows flying all over the place. Shot me a turkey. There's a bear razor head. I'm going all over the place because my life is not limited. I don't see life in a tunnel. It's not tunnel vision. You know, like all those idiots in Texas in the left lane. The worst drivers on the planet are Texans. Well, they're from California. No, those are Texans. Those are Texans. I can tell by the turd in your lip. And they're in the left lane. They're not aware that mirrors have been invented. They're so behind the times. They remember the Alamo, but all too often, they're on the side of Santa Ana. So I see flashing stuff on the Rev computer. But anyhow, does it feel open and free and uninhibited, uncensored, real America's Voice Spirit Campfire with Ted Nugent? God bless the heroes of the military, especially all those that honor me by calling the Nugent family. Get a hold of my Linda at tednugent.com, the queen of truth, logic, and common sense, and the management of my projectile management. I manage my projectiles. So I want to thank you people who tune into Real America Voice, not just the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire, but Shemaine's Faith and Freedom and all those other hosts. I've been asking my RAV team, send me the list of all the hosts on Real America's Voice, and I'll promote these guys, because if they're on Real America's Voice, they got to be truth, logic, common sense, we the people, hell raising, working hard, playing hard, rock solid in the asset column of America. Do you qualify for that description? By the way, President Trump, I'm with you 100% on the policies. You got to get your gun stuff right, though. Bump stocks. If you ban a bump stock, that would be an infringement. By the way, a bump stock wasn't used in the Las Vegas shooting. Would you get that right? And now that we have forced reset triggers, oh my goodness, at Frontline Defense in Waco, Texas, and Shootback Sporting Goods and George Britain's Archery Sporting Goods ballistically coefficient party zone down in Tarpon Springs, Florida. Put an FRT trigger in your AR. Put an FRT trigger in whatever you have. It makes the gun go brrr. I love the sound of brrr and brass rainbows flying over my shoulder in various calibers. According to this, I have 7 minutes left in the first segment. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Carl Hageby at Newsmax for having me on, and Eric Bowling. Oh, I think Eric Bowling's on Real America's Voice, isn't he? I think Eric Bowling is the truth, logic, and common sense guy. Plus, he celebrates the song Stranglehold, 50th year last year, Stranglehold. Thank you, my Stranglehold team. Thank you. Free for all this year. Jason Hartless has this NUGEvault.com. Go to NUGEvault.com if you want to see where all this hyper excitement comes from. Are you capable of hyper excitement? No, I don't want excitement. I want hyper excitement. I don't want music. I want hyper soulful, grinding, dynamic music. I like real music, not country, not hip hop, not rap, not pop. Hey, hey, we're the Monkees. Is that the new #1 country song? Anyhow, I do like a bunch of the, John Rich, awesome. John Rich, Toby Keith, God bless Toby Keith. George Strait, I can't listen to that music. It's just... But what a great man George Strait is. He worked with the Warrior Foundation and gives away thousands of homes and thousands of trucks and cars and millions of dollars for the heroes of the United States military and their family. Thank you. By the way, I want to tell you how honored and humbled and how cocky I might be. So when Marcus Luttrell, the lone survivor, if you didn't see the movie, you didn't buy the book, Lone Survivor, Marcus Luttrell, when he came back from his harrowing near-death adventure over there in the wilds of Afghanistan, going after people who chant death to America. You know, if you chant death to America, we need to kill you. We need to blow up your country. Death to America. You know, if somebody's chanting death to Ted Nugent coming up my driveway, I'm not waiting for him to get in the living room. I'm going to shoot him down range before they get in the gate. I got a George Gardner GA Precision 308 that's dead on at 1,000 yards. Well, I got to aim. I got to put the reticle on there. But anyhow, if you threaten my life, I'm not going to wait for you to come face to face. I'm going to shoot you way out there. And if you chant death to America over in Iran, I'm not waiting for you to get over here, even though we have waited. My God, our Uncle Sam, thanks for nothing. The people who chant death to America are in every blue city in America, thanks to the Democrats, the treasonous, communist, KKK Democrat Party. And Josh Shapiro in Pennsylvania, you're such a good guy. How can you be a Democrat? How can anybody that has a conscience be a Democrat? Well, I'm a Democrat, but I don't believe in men destroying women's sports. Yes, you do. That's your team. Well, I'm a Democrat, but I don't believe in open borders. Yes, you do. That's your team. Well, I hate Trump, but I'm not against open. People are mentally ill. If you hate Trump, you hate America. Well, I don't hate America, but no, if you hate Trump, you hate America. Because you hate securing our borders. If you're against securing our borders, against Donald Trump securing our borders, then you hate America. You're the enemy of America. And I'll prove it. Barack Obama, the ultimate enemy of America. Do you have that little thing? Somebody sent me this guy in the forest belching Barack. It's on Ted Nugent's Spirit of the Wild TV show on the Pursuit channel 8 times a week. It's so much fun. I'm such a riot. If you're not having fun for me, you have no soul. You need a sense of humor to even keep up with me in my vapor trail of truth, logic, common sense, and hyper comedy. I'm a funny son of a... But I don't hide behind it like Bill Maher does. Whenever he wants to make a stupid statement, he pretends it's a joke. But it's not a joke, Bill. And Bill offered to fly me out to his after-hours show. but I'm not going that far. But you know how far I am going? I'm going to unleash the ultimate soul, rhythm and blues, hyper F-U-N. My team is going to put F-U-N, all capital letters with an exclamation point, like zoom, pow, bam, fun Ted Nugent music in 2026. 2026, I'm 77 years old. Do I look 77? I shaved off that silver beard. How this guy got away from my razor? What is that? Anyhow, I got two and a half minutes, not even left in this first segment. We had Jimmy Seitz coming on, the host, the author of a great book. You got to get Jimmy Seitz's book. It's called Decoys of Deception, which is what Uncle Sam does. It's kind of like The Gladiator, where they just keep you under control by throwing you bread and enslaving people to kill each other for your entertainment. If our species is so stupid. You see all those black people at the airport and the mall fighting and ripping off their wigs and pulling off their clothes from the exploded sperm whale blubber orgy. But meanwhile, black leadership, Barack Obama has never addressed that. I'm a better black leader than any of those black leaders. Now, Jason and Colonel Allen West, great black leadership. I got to have we got to get Colonel Allen West on here. Plus, we got to get Caitlin. What's her name? Caitlin Bennett. What a warrior she is. And what's the other guy's name? I can't say. I'm going to have him on. But anyhow, Jimmy Seitz is going to join me here in a few minutes to celebrate truth, logic, and common sense and the spirit of the wild, because he's the host of a TV show. I think I don't care what channel it's on. Is it on the Pursuit channel? It should, because it's a great show. But whatever channel it's on, he has, Spiritual Outdoors. Spirit of the wild, the physics of spirituality, celebrating God's miraculous creation of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and the healing powers of nature, like Ted Nugent. I've been out finding sheds. Look at the shed I found. Look at this. I shed you not. Look at this shed. Oh my God, look at this. Look at this. I never saw that buck, or I'd have shot him. So this springtime, we're getting ready for the morel mushrooms. We're getting leeks in the babbling brooks. I found this great shed of a fallow deer, European fallow deer. We have more European fallow deer in Texas than they have in Europe. Look at that big bone. They have to grow these every year. Unbelievable. God's a miracle maker. He's like a miracle guy. Meanwhile, I'm on the warpath with Warpath Coffee to celebrate truth, logic, and common sense right in this outrageous technological insanity of Radio Free Europe, Tokyo Rose, Real America's Voice, intergalactic internet Wi-Fi world. I don't understand how any of it works, but I know I get truth, logic, and common sense across because I'm on a warpath to help make America great again. God bless Donald Trump, but get rid of the teleprompter. Just talk to me like a man, like I'm doing right now. Just let her rip. When in doubt, whip it out. It's a free-for-all. I'll be back in a minute, I promise. Who's going to stop me? That's the big question. Who's going to stop me?
Chloe's never let anything get her down. She has had 7 surgeries. She was born with a bilateral cleft lip and palate. We adopted her when she was 4. When we got home with Chloe, within about a month, we were at the cleft clinic setting out a care plan for her. I want her to be able to be confident with herself, with her speech. Shriners has gone a long way in helping us get there.
Please call or go online right now to loveshriners.org. Your monthly gift makes a difference.
It's people just like you who give every month that make the specialized care so many kids need possible.
It's a long road that she is on, but the transformation is really incredible. I see a strong, very strong, happy, thriving little girl.
We are here for one reason, and that's to care for a family and their child and to do our very best for them.
Your monthly support is making a difference in my life and the lives of so many other kids like me.
And me. And me.
When you say yes to giving just $19 a month, only 63 cents a day, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a reminder of all the kids you're helping every day.
We have supported Shriners for years. Never did I imagine that my grandchild would need Shriner services.
Shriners Children's has been on a mission to provide the most amazing care anywhere. And the best part, they're doing all this regardless of a family's ability to pay.
Thank you, because without you, Chloe wouldn't have the care she needs. Y'all make it possible.
Thank you.
When you call the number on your screen right now and give as little as $19 a month, you'll be making a life-changing difference for a child.
Or go to loveshriners.org to give right away. Thank you.
It's fun for me to win on the course, but it's even more fun to win on Deal Dash.
Lori won $2,000 Tiffany earrings for just $1, and Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast auctions, so try today at DealDash.com for $50 of free credit and your first win guaranteed.
It's time to stand up and save with InstaSeal by Bell & Howell, the world's first vertical vacuum sealing system designed to save you money. InstaSeal removes the air completely, extending freshness up to 6 times longer. Now that's saving. Get the complete InstaSeal system. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-308-6802. That's 1-800-308-6802 or order online at buyinstaseal.com.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you.
Call or scan for your free writer's guide today.
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped. May the spirit of the wild be forever at your side, and God bless those families that invite the loudmouth guitar player from Detroit to celebrate those heroes of the military's lives before they die. That's probably the most important powerhouse reason that I'm as cocky as I am, because great families call me as their dad and their uncle and their brother and their son are dying of a disease or old age, 104 years old, 106 years old, 101 years old. And the minute they ask me to call their loved one, I stop what I'm doing and I call them. It's not Ted Nugent doing that. It's on behalf of conscientious, great, patriotic, we the people Americans that I know when I open this big, beautiful mouth of mine, I represent the heart and soul of the best people in the world. You know how you can tell that? Not only because truth, logic, and common sense makes unbelievably common sense, but because the people that hate me are such freaks. You know, I celebrate the good. By the way, my name is Ted Nugent. This is the real America's voice. You can tell because it's coming out of my mouth. Real America voice, truth, logic, and common sense, the spirit campfire. And I'm sharpening an old bare razor head with a fine mill bastard file. Now, there's some media out there where I say a fine mill beep file. No, it's a fine mill bastard's file. Words, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Would somebody please wake up to that? I know everybody in my world already has. But anyhow, bare razor head. Fred Bear gave me that in 1964, maybe. And I'm shooting it on an old gold tip barrel. Look at that helix. I'm shooting my bare recurve every day. So the spirit of my wild, the wildness of my spirit is finely tuned. So let me tell you the story. By the way, there's so much going on. I was working with a bunch of great, great Texans here at TMP Suppressors. Texas Machine Parts. They make these unbelievable suppressors. It's not a silencer. It doesn't make it silent. If you want silent, just shut up and climb a tree. That's what I do every day. By the way, I have a big mouth and I have a lot of energy. Have you noticed that? Anyhow, Texas Machine Parts, I am now their official product tester, field tester. A great can, a great suppressor. They call them a silencer, but they're not silencers. They make a series of unbelievably effective dB reduction tools for your firearms. And if you want to increase your dBs, the Ted Nugent Band, all right, it's 2026. Come on. Come on. You want the greatest, most dynamic, indescribable, rich, fat, greasy, barbecue dripping guitar tone in the history where I get it from Birdland. Also have a silver tone from Sears. Sears isn't around. What is with this wire? Sears isn't around, but silver tone. I got a silver tone guitar. It's awesome. Can you go to silvertoneguitars.com or silvertone.com? They're unveiling the old silver tone guitars. They're inexpensive and they're awesome. By the way, if you go to LoneStarMusic.com, call Calvin Ross. Calvin Ross at Lone Star Music on Lake Air Drive in Waco, Texas. He is now the main retailer of silver tone guitars, and It's unbelievable. They're so expensive. They're like 1/10 the cost of some of these expensive guitars, and they play great. It's probably the greatest guitar for a newcomer who wants to explore the unlimited, adventurous topography and geography of a guitar neck that looks finite, but it's infinite. Just ask me. Ask Mark Casa. If you want great music, the 2026 great music. Styx. Go see Tommy Shaw and Styx. Unbelievable music. Go see Mark Casa and Slight Return. He's all over Michigan. He does a bunch of charity events with Doug Podell. They're doing a roast for Johnny Benadryk, the greatest drummer in the world, right there with Jason Hartless and all my incredible drummers. How about my band? Johnny Big on bass guitars like a funk brother, like James Jamerson, Bob Babbitt, Greg Arama, Barry Sparks, Marco Mendoza, Michael Lutz. You get Johnny G from Mellencamp's band. He's a goofball. So let's celebrate music. Get out there. Go see Jim McCarty and all around Michigan. It will cleanse your soul. I know the world is so ugly. We got on the screen there. We got a bunch of people. Are those invaders? We stopped the invasion. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, Pete Hegseth. It's not the Department of Defense. You don't defend yourself. You wage war against evil. You don't wait, well, wait till evil shows up. No, you don't wait for evil to show up. You identify evil and you go after them, which, by the way, everybody's talking about all these guys that are stopping child sex trafficking. I need somebody's name. If you're stopping child sex trafficking, if you have found 3,600 trafficked children, I want to see the corpse of the guy that had them. I want to see his brains blown out. You can't just tell me you're saving children. I need the people that trafficked them dead. I want names. I want bodies. I want a stack of dead bodies. Well, Nugent's a radical. Yeah, radical on the side of good over evil. I plead guilty. I'm guilty of fighting for good over evil. I'm guilty. You're radical, extreme. Speaking of radical and extreme, 250th anniversary of, see, Rocco rearranged all my stuff. I got to go find everything. So Johnny Big and Jason Hartless and John Kutz and Calvin Ross and Chris Hadley and Leanne Hadley, my son Toby. Well, we're going to be in, is it Scottsdale, Arizona at Bike Week? Bike Week, Scottsdale, Arizona, April 11th. The Ted Nugent Band unleashing the greatest motorcycle highway, high performance, horsepower, fire-breathing music soundtrack, rhythm and blues outrage. Scottsdale, Arizona, Bike Week on April 11th. And I don't know, today's already the 2nd or 3rd? Was it April Fool's Day? Yeah, April Fool's Day, where guys dress up like women. Our species is so stupid. Drag Queen Story Hour, where fat men in pantyhose are singing It Won't Lick Itself, and fat mothers are allowing their little fat kids to put dollar bills in the fat perverted's pantyhose singing It Won't Lick Itself. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you parents that allow that? You should all be arrested and put in a cage and hosed down every night and fed cold old coffee and stale bread for the rest of your life. Like Bob Blevins did up there in Lake County. Oh, my God. So anyhow, there's so much going on. So hang on. Get out your Kevlar pantyhose and wrap it around your face because Uncle Ted's coming to town. We're playing Grand Junction, Colorado on Friday, June 12th. Are you kidding me? Grand Junction, Colorado, real Colorado. Even though we need to make Victor Marx the governor of Colorado because the current governor and his husband... What is this? Is this a bad Saturday Night Live spoof of America? Well, you need to find love wherever you find it. I don't think so. I think you need to find love naturally, not pervertedly. Oh, Nugent's a radical. He's a homophobe. Whatever. I'm not afraid of gay people. I'm not afraid at all. I'm afraid of what it's doing. No, I'm not even afraid of what it's doing to society. I just don't like what it's doing to society. I'm afraid that we're allowing it to happen. Anyhow, Scottsdale, Arizona, Westworld of Scottsdale, the Ted Nugent Band. It's a free-for-all in a Hoyt, it said. You can bet your life the stakes are high and so am I. It's in the air tonight. Like James Brown would hire my band. Grand Junction, Colorado, Mesa County Fairgrounds on June 12th. Come on, let's write this stuff down. We got 3 minutes left to celebrate my sponsors like MyPillow.com, Mega Sale, MyPillow.com, Mike Lindell. You got hard-earned money, you want to spend it on something worthwhile and effective and makes people happy, go to MyPillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT. Mike Lindell, who should be governor of Minnesota, go to we can make America great again by getting rid of Gretchen Whitmer and Gavin Newsom and all these communists that are destroying otherwise great states. So go to MyPillow.com. I'm all over the place. That's how I operate. I'm all over the place. Go to MyPillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT. Mike Lindell is having a mega sale. It's a gonzo sale. Barack. Man, that's some toxic syllable. MyPillow.com supports my big mouth of truth, logic, and common sense, which means he supports you people. You people in the asset column need to support Mike Lindell, who fights for being the best that you can be with great American-made products. MyPillow.com, type in the code SPIRIT, and buy quality products for your family, your dogs, your loved ones. My dogs love the MyPillow dog beds. I love the MyPillow dog beds. Shemaine and I love the MyPillow dog beds. We love the bathrobes and the slippers and the towels and the washcloths and the bedding and the toppers and the pillowcases and the pillows. We love the MyPillow.com, type in code SPIRIT. But anyhow, let's go on. 1 minute left. We got Jimmy Seitz coming on, the host of Spiritual Outdoors. By the way, it's called Spirit of the Wild because there is a spirit of the wild, and I celebrate her. So go see the Ted Nugent Band this summer. My God, all over Texas and Oklahoma and Arkansas. In fact, Lexington, Michigan. Do I have the other ones? I don't have the ones up. Anyhow, we're playing Lexington, Michigan, July 7 and 8. What a riot. Right there in your face where you can absorb through your corpuscles the ultimate Gibson Birdland guitar tone from the 10 Digits of Doom, Johnny Big, Jason Hartless, greatest songs, the most fun songs in the world. They were playing Sterling Heights, the Freedom Hill on July 10. Paw Paw, Michigan. It was the greatest gig of my life last year. Paw Paw, Michigan at a vineyard. It's awesome. Thousands of people going berserk. Paw Paw, Michigan, Huber Heights, Ohio, July 2012. Des Plaines Theater, St. Charles Theater, Arcata Theater in Illinois, Marion, Illinois, Effingham, Illinois, Lampa, Missouri, Fort Worth, Texas, Billy Bob's on December 12th, big birthday party for Uncle Ted, turning 78, having the time of my life. This is the Spirit Campfire and Real America's Voice. I'm on the war path for good over evil. Thank you, Donald Trump. Bomb, 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 bomb Iran. And we're getting all kinds of fun stuff here. Got this is the time of year to put out minerals for your animals. Go to whitetailproductsgonewild.com. I'm not kidding you. The happier the wildlife, the happier our life. Ted Nugent reporting for duty.
Hi, I'm Ben Cozy. Isn't traveling a pain in the neck? You're cramped, uncomfortable, and forget about getting any rest. There's nothing cozy about airplane seats or hard plastic benches, and those so-called travel pillows, they just don't cut it. You don't need another travel pillow. You need Be Cozy, the world's most comfortable neck pillow. Trapped in the middle seat? Wrap Be Cozy around your neck to stop chin drop, bobblehead napping. Smashed up against the window? Fold Be Cozy over and tuck it onto your shoulder for super side support. Frequent flyer miles got you sitting aisle? Turn Be Cozy to the side for the perfect pillow position. Everyone wants to be cozy, so get the world's most comfortable travel neck pillow and be cozy just like me, Ben Cozy. You get to be cozy. Everyone gets a Be Cozy. Only Be Cozy has patented overlapping arms so you get double support and the comfort you need in any seat on any trip. Go online right now and get this exclusive TV offer. Buy one Be Cozy, get one 50% off. Get yours now.
Losing your hair? Tired of hiding and looking older than you really are? With Bosley, you can get your real hair back permanently. One visit, one day.
Guys, it's so easy. It takes one day, and this is my real hair.
Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts. Exclusive high-density Verigraph technology will give you a thick and natural hairline.
Bosley gave me back my real hair in one day.
We're giving away a free real hair starter kit and a $300 gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Bosley has performed over 500,000 procedures for men and women and has over 40,000 five-star reviews.
I'm a medical doctor myself. If you want the best result, you go to the best place, and that's Bosley.
It's affordable, 0% interest. If I can afford it, you can afford it.
Plus, it's all backed by the Bosley Real Results Guarantee.
Dude, scan the code, get the free kit. It is easy, and it'll change your life.
Scan, call, or go to Bosley.com right now.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new Pocket Hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new Pocket Pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copperhead today for only $29.99. Order right now and get our 10-pattern thumb drive spray nozzle free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. There is a strict limit of 3 per order, so don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-956-8517 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-956-8517 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.
He says what everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped. I'm on the warpath for real music, not hip-hop, not rap, not country, not pop music, real, all-American, hell-raising, spirited, sexy, grinding, grooving barbecue soundtrack. The animal breeding soundtrack because of Ted Nugent. Can you please celebrate the Nuge Vault? This is brought to you by Nuge Vault. Go to NugeVault.com. Ted Nugent reporting for duty. It's also brought to you by, you want to make your critter, your dogs happy? My dogs are completely worn out because we were squirrel hunting this morning. Jackson actually jumps 15 feet into the crotch of an oak tree, chasing squirrels for his daddy. And the reason they're so feisty and energized and uppity and healthy and happy is because we got mad scientists that have created the ultimate nutritional supplements for our beloved dogs. All you dog lovers, this is a great gift for the people in your life who love dogs. GetUncleTeds.com. Just go there. GetUncleTeds.com. Great gift. And also, TedNugent.com. People have been asking, where to get the hat? Where can I get the hat? Well, you're not going to get it at JerryGarcia.com. I sign thousands of these a week. In fact, I'll show you how I do that. I have everything a boy needs on me. GetUncleTeds.com. And this, you can go to TedNugent.com, and I sit upstairs and thing about my signature, there are actually letters involved. It doesn't look like some spastic had some kind of horrible fit and spilled an ink pen. Here's my signature. That's not a signature. I don't see any letters. I have these artists that have signed guitars for charities. I can't read any letters. The only letters I can read are T-E-D-N-U-G-E-N-T. There's a T. T-E-D-N-U. Why is this? Oh, there it is. T-E-D. See the T? That's a T. N-U-G-E-N-T. So go to TedNugent.com. Also, another thing they're asking about is these Ted Nugent challenge cards. I'm promoting my stuff because it's good stuff and people ask me. And you can get these challenge coins at TedNugent.com, and you have a pocket full, and you see a hero of the military or law enforcement, and you have your children with you, and you teach them to respect the military and law enforcement, because there's so much going on in this world that is just so jacked out of control. Number one, engineered recidivism, where our court system, the Supreme Court of the United States, where they have a black woman that has been authorized to consider to be, she thinks she is. I don't think she is. Has nothing to do with color or her gender. But she's a woman, and she refuses to tell you what a woman is. So if you refuse to tell me what a woman is, I don't even care if you're a man or a woman, but if you're that stupid, if you're that dishonest, how in God's name can we respect you? And she's on the Supreme Court? That's not a Supreme Court anymore. It's a joke. It's a joke. Only the guilty need to feel guilty. But if you can't tell me what a woman is, you're a supreme numbnut. Well, that's disrespectful. Yeah, that would be disrespectful because in order to be respected, you have to earn it. You have to earn respect. We can't just divvy it out like DEI, like food stamps for sperm whales potting into Walmart buying Mountain Dew by the vat. By the way, the #1 selling product in America today is the, what did I call that? It is the blubber sugar vat. You go into Starbucks, I'd like a vat of blubber sugar. Because when I take a shower, I have to have people get a forklift and lift up my blubber so I can dry in between with MyPillow.com Olympic-sized towels. You need an Olympic-sized towel and 16 hard-working, strong men to just scrub between your slabs of blubber like some kind of overweight sperm whale. Call the harpoons. Well, that's rude. No, I'll tell you what's rude is allowing your body to develop sperm whale blubber. That would be rude. My identifying it would be actually love. I love you. Quit forming blubber. Oy vey. We got 7 minutes. We got Jimmy Sites coming. I don't know if Jimmy even wants to come on after I go nuts like this. Jimmy's awesome. Jimmy's written a great book. I don't know. Go to jimmysites.com. We got some information here. But he's got a show called Spiritual Outdoors. And he's a great man. He's doing God's work. And he's going to be my guest on the next segment. Having fun. But tell everybody there's a Ted Nugent Real America Voice Spirit Campfire where it's unbelievably stimulating. And let me see. What am I doing? I just knocked this for a loop. Is my camera okay? I have no idea how this works. I don't care either. So the gigs, we have a lot of gigs coming up. We got some Texas gigs. We're playing in Waco. Come to the Waco gig. It's called The Backyard. We're going to play The Backyard in Waco. It's going to be, if you weren't there in Detroit with the Lourdes and the gang and Billy Lee and the Rivieras, if you weren't there in 1960 at the VFW where we were just experimenting how to do this rock and roll thing, we were learning from Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley and Little Richard and James Brown and Wilson Pickett and the Ventures and the Beach Boys eventually and the Motown Funk Brothers, and we would put our gear in the back of our Chevy Biscayne with a 283 automatic. What is with this earpiece? Surprised my ears even work. If you weren't there in 1960, 61, 63, 65, I missed 62, but anyhow, in the early 60s, come to a Ted Nugent concert in 2026, and I will take you back to the original adventurous spirit of outrage and musical dynamics. And we're doing it at the Waco Backyard. Next month, I don't know. We're playing El Dorado, Terminus, El Dorado, and the crows be pecking at your flesh. El Dorado, Arkansas coming up. We're playing Bandera, Texas coming up. We're playing Corpus Christi coming up. Just from my memory, we're playing all over Texas. We're playing Reputa to Buda down in Buda, Texas. But come to the Waco Backyard with the greatest band in the world, playing the greatest songs of the world. The guitar tone, oh my God. Calvin Ross and I are constantly tweaking. I was going to say twerking, but actually Calvin was twerking yesterday, and his pants were cut. I said, pull your pants up. The guitar tone, Silvertone guitars, look into Silvertone guitars. Calvin, Chris, Leanne, John, Johnny, Jason, Rocco, Adam, Cornfield, Toby, Phil X, Jared, James Nichols, Amani, Mark Casa, Mark Farner. Mark Farner's doing gigs. You got to go see Mark Farner. Unbelievable. So many incredible guitar players out there. Phil X, just amazing. He's out with Triumph right now. Triumph, what a great band. Rick Emmett, great, unbelievable guitar. There's plenty of super, ultimate music out there right now, and you're looking at one of them right now. So ZZ Top's out there. Go see ZZ Top. What else was I going to? Oh, yeah, Sammy Hagar's out there playing. Go see. Sammy's a monster. How about my lyrics? A simple life I will not have. It doesn't satisfy me. I don't believe in the status quo. It kind of leaves me weak. A mountain high is what I climb. I swim a river deep. And if you want the time of your life, try to keep up with me. I'm going to live. I'm going to fly. I'm going to soar till the day I die. On the wings of a bird of prey. Hey, this is exactly what I crave. What a great lick. Well, look at me. That's a smile on my face. You know it don't come cheap. Sure, I live the American dream. Go ahead and crucify me. I'm going to live. I'm going to fly. I'm going to soar till the day I die. On the wings of a bird of prey. Hey, this is what I crave. I crave excellence. I challenge myself every day. Oh, how about that Caitlin Bennett? And what's the other guy's name? I got it written down. We're going to have him on. These guys talking about Hellraisers. What's that? Nick Shirley. How about Caitlin Bennett and Nick Shirley? They have to listen to my music because they like got T-Rex scrotums of truth, logic, and common sense. Even Caitlin, that's just a metaphor. She's a beautiful young lady and she challenges idiots. She is so smart and so brave. I'm sure you've seen the YouTube stuff or whatever, however you see that, Radio Free Europe, Tokyo Rose, whatever it is, Wi-Fi internet, intergalactic cables. Nick Shirley, Caitlin Bennett, we're going to have them on. How about the Epstein files? Why is no one arrested? Why is no one arrested? Shemaine and so many people are absolutely convinced that the child sex trafficking, satanic, Katy Perry, Hollywood demonacy is running amok. I want some dead bodies. I want the perpetrators. I want to see their dead bodies. Well, you can't take the law into your own hands. If they break into my life, I'm taking the law in my own hands. I'm going to cut them in half with a Glock 10 millimeter, shooting Remington 200 grain semi-jacketed hollow point core locked ammo, doing 1,400 feet a second. Bam, mother. So much going on. So what else? Oh, I was going to comment on. So if somebody breaks into your house, let's say some Chinese invader or some Guatemala invader here illegally, if they break into your house and have a baby in your living room, is that kid now a member of your family? What an insane thought that would be. So we're the only nation that is so soulless and stupid, moronic, dangerously dumb, that if someone invades our country and they're doing it on purpose to have their children here because they know that Uncle Sam is so stupid that if you have an illegal invader baby in America, all of a sudden they're an American citizen. You've got to be kidding me. You're not kidding me, are you? You're not kidding me that Uncle Sam, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, the Democrats, invited the communist Chinese invaders, Barack, boy, that was appropriate, to open our borders and kill Americans with chemical warfare from China and the drug cartels of the Mexican government. And those people aren't swinging from a rope somewhere yet. Let's get going here. You can't come to America, especially it's an orchestrated invasion, to have your baby here so you can call them an American citizen and continue to suck blood from the hardworking Americans' hard-earned tax dollars. This is Planet of the Apes, Cuckoo's Nest, Clockwork Dayglow, toxic orange insanity. And you know who's perpetrating it? Uncle Sam. I know, great President Donald Trump, you have an agenda that is completely overwhelming. You're doing a great job. But could you put me in charge of having control over invaders? All the law enforcement heroes out there, you're worried about my white-tailed deer paperwork, but you're not going to go after a child sex trafficker? Bah, 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 bah. Bend over, Rover. Let Teddy take over.
Hey folks, it's your friend John Rich. I co-founded Old Glory Bank because we heard too many stories about people getting canceled by their bank because they didn't agree with their politics. The government wanted to know where you shop. If you bought a Bible or you shopped at a sporting goods store, you're probably on a list. We created Old Glory Bank because America needed a bank that would protect their privacy and security. Exercising your constitutional rights is not a criminal activity, and neither is loving your country. At Old Glory Bank, we stand with you.
Your wallet is always in danger. Criminals can scan and hack your information without you even knowing. Worse yet, it's bulky and so disorganized. But not anymore, because Slim is in. Introducing Slim Mint, an ultra-thin RFID blocking wallet that keeps your cards and cash truly protected. And now may be your last chance to get it for a low price. Slim Mint uses the latest RFID blocking technology to prevent thieves from scanning your wallet and stealing your info.
Having your information stolen is a
nightmare. But with Slim Mint, I know I'm protected.
With money clips, cash can easily fall out. But with the auto-locking Slim Mint, your cards and money stay securely in place. Then just press the button to release the lock. Slim Mint is ergonomically designed to optimize space and keep your belongings organized. It has a built-in cash clip and a flexible outer band to securely fit your additional cards and your extra cash. Even with everything you see here in the Slim Mint, it's still ultra thin. Bulky wallets are uncomfortable, but the Slim Mint is so compact it fits in any size pocket. Plus, it keeps everything easy to access.
Slim Mint holds everything from pictures to credit cards, my driver's license. Yeah, it's still so thin.
Say bye-bye to bent cards and damaged magnetic strips. Slim Mint keeps them protected. It's crush resistant and can really take a beating. Similar wallets sell for over $100. But call or click now and get Slim Mint for just $29.99. Order in the next 5 minutes and you'll get an instant $10 discount. So it's only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Slim Mint at this low price. There's a strict limit of 3 Slim Mint wallets while supplies last. You still have time to get your very own Slim Mint wallets, but you must act fast. Don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-608-6630. That's 1-800-608-6630. Call or visit slimmintwallet.com. So call 1-800-608-6630 now.
It's time to stand up and save with InstaSeal by Bell & Howell, the world's first vertical vacuum sealing system designed to save you money. InstaSeal removes the air completely, extending freshness up to 6 times longer. Now that's saving. Get the complete InstaSeal system. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-308-6802. That's 1-800-308-6802 or order online at buyinstaseal.com.
What everyone else is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped. Well, I'm celebrating 75 years of the greatest rimfire ammo in the world, CCI. They called me up and said, hey, Ted, they're having a 75th anniversary of CCI ammo. Would you do a celebration for their 75th anniversary? So I did. 10 seconds later, I was done. I'm introducing my blood brother. My life is the spirit of the wild. Wow, the guitar player, the author of Wango Tango, actually identifies, embraces, and celebrates the spirit of the wild. Well, I've got a blood brother on here, a spirit blood brother named Jimmy Seitz, who has a long biography that I checked out. But bottom line, Jimmy, you're a great man. You are my blood brother. You know, we throw around the term doing God's work, but you, Jimmy, you're doing God's work. Your life is spiritual outdoors, is it not?
Absolutely. 100%, man. And thanks for having me on. You know, we've had a little bit of history together, radio show, shot show, various things. I gave you one of my outdoor Bibles one time, and you said, man, that's Nugent cool. I'm going to keep that on my table. I hope you read it.
You know, Shemaine, I don't know if you watch, she's got a Real America Voice, Faith and Freedom, and she is a Bible mama. And more of my friends are researching the Word of God and are celebrating the spiritual side of our physical existence. But you have a TV show, and you have great books. I talked about your Decoys of Deception, which is the gladiator, where people who want to enslave and control you, people get this book, Decoys of Deception, because that is the overview of every problem America and the world is facing. They distract you while they control you. Is that a good synopsis, Jimmy?
Fantastic synopsis. And, you know, he's going to incorporate his hunt on each one of us, no matter our background. And he's going to try everything he can in his strategic way and with the weapons that he uses, including people that he'll use as weapons that don't even know they're being used. And he's going to try to kill every one of us. He wants to harvest us, put us in his trophy room, just like I've got this, you know, buck behind me and a wolf hide over there. And, you know, this whole room's full of stuff just like you have. And I'm a hunter, and I use strategies and weapons and methods. And I don't want my prey to know that I'm around. And so that's exactly the same tactics that Satan is using to win our country. And so we have to be aware of it. So I spent 1.5 years writing this book. I've spoken it in a lot of places. And even on my YouTube channel, you can see me speaking this book, Decoys of Deception. So I appreciate that. And I was on with Shemaine talking about this on one of her podcasts recently, and I really appreciated the opportunity.
Well, Jimmy, you know, there's so many things we can talk about. I want this to be the first of your many celebrations on a spirit campfire, because it's called a spirit campfire. My song, my album, my TV show, Spirit of the Wild. You have a TV show. What network are you on?
We are on CTN, syndicated now, 22 seasons airing on Christian television networks every week. You can just go to my website, jimmysites.com, and see an air schedule.
And it's spiritual outdoors. You know, I'm just a guitar player. I was raised in the Industrial Revolution, vapor trail of the Motor City, the epicenter of God, family, country, work ethic, pride of productivity. But it was a Christian celebration. Whether you read the Bible or not, I didn't read the Bible, but my instinct guided me as I was a hunter to see the miracle around me and know that a gut pile couldn't have been created by a Big Bang Theory. I mean, it's so sensible. So tell us, how old are you? When did you discover this mission in life? And why are you on? I have a coffee called Warpath Coffee. Are we or are we not on the warpath against an increased, unprecedented condition of evil in 2020? Yes. Is that accurate?
No, it's completely accurate. And I'll cheers you with my coffee cup. How's that? So we'll have a little coffee right now.
Love the hot Joe.
I started preaching when I was 4. My dad, Colonel Carroll Sykes, which you said some things at his funeral, and I appreciate that. Yeah, my dad, he became a Christian the year before I was born. He was military. He ended up serving 42 years in the Air Force. He was a colonel, highly decorated. They follow his team of writings for Homeland Security, actually, and he was decorated by the president over that. He also was a gospel preacher 52 years. So I was raised in the environment of not only being a brat, but also being a person who believed in the power of the Word of God. And I studied it terminally, got a doctorate, taught at Christian universities, and did a lot of speaking, and also preached at a church of about 5,200 members in Nashville. When I got the call from God, it was a direct download in a deer stand one day. Jimmy, you need to go after that one sheep that's lost and leave the 99 that are already in the pen. You're preaching to penned sheep. And so I decided I would try to put something together with his direction, as I understood what my calling from him was, to do a TV show that would get me into the homes of specifically men, but not just men, in America who don't go to church and they don't read their Bibles and they need to hear a spiritual message. They need to at least have an opportunity to hear the message of the gospel and make their own mind up. And so we started Spiritual Outdoor Adventures with Jimmy Sites. It lasted 22 years on the air. And between me and you, Ted, secretly, we're filming a non-core season, and it'll come out one of these days. But anyway, that is now, it's reached people. We were told it would never work. And at first it didn't, but we had some guys get behind it, specifically Phil Robertson, the Duck Commander, a guy named Bill Lee, who's now the governor of Tennessee, Michael W. Smith, Jeff Fisher, and a fellow named Mark Ezell. They all made it happen that first season on NBC in Nashville, and it just kind of took off. And even though the outdoor community said it will never work, you'll not have sponsors sponsoring a Christian message, and you're giving away outdoor Bibles that you edited and all this kind of stuff, guess what? It did work, and it went 22 seasons. And having done your show for so long, that most shows don't go past 2 when they're outdoor shows. Yeah. And so God blessed it. It did reach a lot of people, and a massive wave is now happening with wild game dinners, sportsman's dinner. You and I were FaceTiming the other day as I was at a men's retreat with 650 men, boys, and grandsons. They were out shooting weapons and learning how to trap, and they're hearing me preach 4 times while they're there. I mean, straight out of the Word of God, boldly about what Satan's trying to do to them and how to overcome by the power of God, who is greater in deception than Satan is. He out-deceives Satan himself using his own strategies. So I've been doing this for a long time, and it's very effective, and it reaches people, and I'm just, really gracious to be on the call.
Well, I can't thank you enough for that, because there's an old adage. I don't know, a lot of people think I have a pretty good grasp of the English language. I've never opened my mouth and had anybody go, gee, I wonder what he meant, because I was thrust into the so-called debate world where the stoners and the communist-leaning music industry would just viciously attack me and attempt to make fun of me because I carried a gun and I eat venison. And I graduated from an American school of anti-education, quite accurately, but my instincts told me that, wait a minute, conservation is venison, balancing herds and optimizing habitat for all living things is the hunting lifestyle, and carrying a gun is a tool to protect my sacred gift of life from God. Now, those words have iron, but they were so glaringly instinctual. As a I got goosebumps. I always have goosebumps. As a preacher, I wrote Wango Tango. I used street sass and obscenities to get my point across in certain environments, and I adjust accordingly when I'm in front of children. Do I get Dr. Jimmy Seitz okay that my style is okay and that my message is okay?
Well, here's the way I'm going to answer that. For me personally, I have one standard, one guide, and one God that overrules my life. And so I'm just simply going to look to his word to say, here's what I want for your life. And as you look at other people, he's the judge, not me. Let me say it this way. I'm very proud of how you take a stance for conservation, where you do acknowledge the fact that there is a God, where you are very much aware of the fact that ontologically, from the argument of being, that you recognize that there's a designer of this universe, and all of those things are super good. Matter of fact, I also love the way you can play the guitar. When I was 17, I had a band in high school, and we played your stuff to our youth group, believe it or not. So there are so many things about Ted Nugent that I love. For me personally, I'm not going to use the exact same lingo you do, and I'll reference a story. I was invited to be on Fox News with Gretchen Carlson to debate the senior vice president of PETA. And PETA had written this scathing letter to a young lady that had gone out in her backyard, I believe in Maryland, and was hunting deer, and a bear attacked her and chewed her ear off, and she killed the bear in self-defense. She had gotten between, accidentally, the bear sow and its cub. Well, PETA wrote her a scathing letter saying, you took the right of that bear who has human rights, and you committed murder, and you had no right to have a gun. And it was just terrible. They didn't say, I'm sorry, or anything. And so I called you, if you remember this. I write about this. This is in the book, all right, Decoys of Deception. And I said, I called my buddy Ted, and I said, man, I'm fixing to be on here. I need all the bear stats and everything for Michigan and all that. And you for 20 minutes, you were so gracious to give me all this information, which is awesome. I love that part of what you do. And then at the end, you said, Jimmy, don't be afraid to play your God card. I said, oh, I'm going to. And then you said, and I'm going to clean it up, unlike what you would do. You said, Jimmy, take your Bible, which, I carry a grizzly bear Bible everywhere I go. That's my Bible made out of a grizzly that I killed in Alaska. And you said, take your Bible and shove it up PETA's blank. That's where we're going to differ. I'm not going to say that three-letter word. You would. And you know what? More power to you. But I'm not going to do that. I have a certain ethic that I'm going to live by, and it includes trying not to curse if at all possible. All right? But I am not going to sit in judgment of you, brother, because you're doing great, great work, and I appreciate you, and you are a true conservationist, and that's why Gary Mason and I made the phone call to you, and beautiful Shemaine videoed it on her phone as we were telling you that you're going to be entered into the Legends of the Outdoors Hall of Fame this year as the American Outdoor Sportsman of the Year, and that's happening in August of this year.
I can't. Well, Jimmy, I love you, buddy. You're doing God's work. I'm going to keep in touch with you. Thank you for that honor. I will see you in Springfield, Missouri on August 8th at the Legends of Outdoor Hall of Fame. I love Jimmy Seitz, Spiritual Outdoors, Decoys of Deception. I'm going to keep in touch with you, buddy. Godspeed.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul. For 50 years, I've watched Washington betray the American people with dishonest money. Nixon's closure of the gold window made endless debt and war inevitable. Today, our middle class, our currency, and our economy are dying in real time. In my new book, Dispatches to Future Generations, I reveal how we got here, plus the solution, gold. And that's why I'm partnering with Birch Gold Group to give you a free copy of my book along with their free info kit on gold. Click below to get both right now. Inside the info kit, you'll learn how to move your IRA or 401k into physical gold. So click below to claim your free copy of my Dispatches to Future Generations and Birch Gold's info kit today.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and bookstores. We'll even promote your book.
Call for your free writer's guide, 800-319-0257, or scan the QR code now.
Don't you hate that dirty old hose? It kinks, splits, and it always leaks. And it's way too heavy to carry around. It's time to get the brand new pocket hose Copperhead. Just turn on the water and watch it grow to a full-size hose. Old-fashioned hoses get kinks and creases at the spigot, but the new pocket pivot swivels 360 degrees. Just connect to the spigot and watch it pivot. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking back to a pocket-size hose. And it makes it easy to carry and put away. Call or go online now to get the super light 25-foot pocket hose Copperhead today for only $29.99. Order right now and get our 10-pattern thumb drive spray nozzle free. Simply use your thumb to turn it on or off. There is a strict limit of 3 per order, so don't wait. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-956-8517 or visit getcopperhead.com. So call 1-800-956-8517 or visit getcopperhead.com. Order now.